I just want to record some of my thoughts. I'm listening to the Doechii video of her, or the video series of her doing the what's it called, the Artist Way, and I'm getting inspired by it because I feel like I've been trying to find my voice. I want to find my voice, and I feel like I have this like thing in me that like I'm trying to tap into, like creatively, and like I'm trying to be the most authentic version of myself, but I feel like I'm kind of limited. Like I'm not able to like completely get there, and I feel like once I like tap into that, like I imagine it's like this like ball that's like once you tap in, it's like poof, like everything kind of comes out, and then like just like, you know, like I end up being creative in all my aspects, you know, my music, my life. I just become authentically me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's like I'm trying to become more like authentically me. I don't like looking at myself in the camera here, so I'm gonna keep doing my thing. But yeah, it's kind of inspiring to hear her say all this stuff, because it's like, I don't know, I guess I just resonate a lot with what she's saying. You know, she was also trying to figure out what she's going through and being her authentic self, and yeah, I don't know, it's just, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but that's something that I've been working through, is trying to be my more authentic self. That's why I'm even recording this video right now, because I want to get comfortable just being real and not trying to come up with something perfect. Oh, speaking of perfection, she was talking about perfection. She was talking about how like, yeah, I don't know. She was just talking about how like she is a perfectionist. Where was I going with this? I don't know. I feel like I'm okay with not being a perfectionist, but I like what she said. Like sometimes I giving myself permission to not be perfect, giving myself permission to just do something. She was also talking about this idea of like the creator, like God, like giving us like what to make, and instead it's just we're supposed to be like a channel for that. Like we're supposed to be a channel and just like produce that. And I've definitely felt that before, where I'm like, I'm just going off of my, you know, intuition, my godness inside, and, you know, just like kind of just like getting to the spirit of just like feeling like, and trying to like listen to God, and then I make music and it's just like beautiful. Like it's like more like I'm channeling it out. I'm not even writing it. But sometimes I feel like I have to, like sometimes I'll sit at my like chair and I'm like trying to like, oh shoot, trying to like, whoa, take it easy, bro. Sorry, that was Doechii. And then there's like, well, take it easy. What are you doing? Okay, we should be good. Yeah, like sometimes I feel like I sit on my chair and I'm like trying to like create something unique. Like, oh, I'm gonna do something very like interesting and like very, oh, sorry, I'm getting in and out. Give me 1 second. Good, how are you doing?
Good, you have a 4x4 of onion, a fry, a large diet Coke, noise.
Yeah.
17.18, please.
Well, thank you. I got a 4x4 because I'm hungry.
Alright, Lam, now to keep your card, please, receipt, and your card back.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. Woo! I haven't eaten all day because I've been fasting for Ramadan. Okay. Woo-hoo. But yeah, anyways, I feel like, yeah, what I was saying, sometimes I'll sit on my keyboard and I'll try to like come up with something that's like unique and perfect, and like, oh, this is me, like I'm gonna push the boundaries. But like, I don't know, it always feels very like stale, like very like I'm trying to create this thing, I'm trying to, and she was talking about that. And she was talking about like how it's like a pride thing, where it's like, it's pride basically. It's me trying to take like control of the situation, me trying to be like, oh no, this is my art, like I made this, like you're listening to this greatness, like this came from my brain, from my heart. But in reality, that's like, that doesn't create the best art. I think I'm having my idea kind of flipped. Like instead of it having to be all about me, I think I need to focus it more on how can I make this art the best that it can be. And that kind of like lets go of control of it having to be because of me. But then there's still that part of me that's like prideful, like, no, it has to be me. I have to get the credit. But I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Maybe just... I don't know. Just... Maybe I feel like if I am the one that's getting the credit, then like, I don't know, something about maybe feeling good enough, like, oh, I made this, like, I'll give you a second.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Diet Coke, no ice. Did you need ketchup?
I'm good, but can I get the secret sauce, please?
Here you are.
Well, thank you so much. 4x4. Okay. We are Gucci Gang in the hang. Okay. I am driving to class right now. I'm gonna go find somewhere to park so I can eat this because I have not eaten all day and I am hungry. Okay, but yeah, what I was saying is like, I don't know, maybe I feel like I have to create something that's like entirely me and I have to get the credit for it. Like the idea of doing something that sounds really good and making art that's just really amazing and not getting the credit, that scares me because I'm like, well, I want the credit. Oh, damn. Okay. Like, I'm like, I want the credit. Like, I want to be the person that like is, you know, oh my God, Joe's this genius. Joe's this like person that knows exactly what he's doing and he's like this revolutionary guy. 'Cause I want to be great. I want to be a great person. Like I want to like have that greatness in me, you know, kind of like what that Timothy Chalamet, like what he said in his that speech where he's like, I'm trying to achieve greatness, because I'm also trying to achieve greatness. But then it's also like there's like a sense of like I need to let go also, because I don't know, like achieving greatness is not done by myself. I don't know why I'm having such like resistance to it. I feel like that's something I need to like sit with for a little bit, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that greatness comes from beyond us. Like I feel like it's like when I connect with like God within me, God, you know, and like, or the universe, whatever you want to call it, like I feel like when you connect to something higher, then you kind of are tapping into this like infinite universe. It's like tapping into love. I always think of like, I want to lead by love, not by fear, because fear is limited, love is unlimited. And so don't really know exactly what I'm talking about right now. I'm just kind of rambling. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to be more authentic and be more real. And you know what I'm thinking right now? This is how I know I have kind of like a limited mindset. I get so focused on like how am I gonna package something than the actual product itself. Like right now I'm like thinking like, oh, where am I gonna post this? Am I gonna post this on Instagram? Oh, it might be too long for Instagram. Am I gonna post it on YouTube? But it's vertical, so maybe it's not gonna do as well on YouTube. But it's like, bro, like just release something, like post something. Like why am I so focused on like the packaging of it? Hi bro, you can go for it. Okay, thank you. Okay, so, but yeah, I don't know why I get so focused on the packaging. I noticed that about my music as well. I focus so much on how am I gonna market my music, how am I gonna make this like presentable and easy for people to obtain and easy for people to like, you know, digest. And then I end up actually forgetting about the most important part, and it's the music itself. And I remember I was listening to this Mr. Beast interview with Theo Vaughn, and he was talking about how he has this like idea of like this like purple cow, like when you're driving and you see a bunch of cows, you don't really think too much about it, but if you saw a purple cow, you'll be like, oh my god, did you guys see that purple cow? And you'll remember it, and you'll talk to people about it, and you'll be like, there was a purple cow on the road trip, it was amazing. So he says that when he makes content, he is trying to find or make something that's a purple cow, like content that's like stands out, something that people are like, wow, that's incredible. And I remember I was writing about this, journaling about it, where I was like, wow, like I need to make content that's like a purple cow. Like, what's something that no one's ever thought about? What's something that people haven't done before? But then it kind of hit me, like, bro, like I'm focused so much on making the best content, but that's not what I'm trying to be. Like, he was trying to be a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants to be a content creator, and that makes sense that he's trying to find a purple cow for that. But I'm not trying to be a content creator. I'm trying to be a musician, bro. Like, I am a musician. That's my passion. And so, like, my purple cow shouldn't be about the marketing and stuff like that. My purple cow is my music. So, in other words, how can I make my music the most interesting, the best that it can be? So, to me, it's just like, I don't know, it's just that limiting mindset of like, oh, everything has to be, I keep thinking about like, how am I going to package this? How am I going to do this? And instead it's like, well, it's not about the packaging, it's about the content of it. Like, what am I making? Like am I making something that's worthy of like it being the best that it can be? You know, because I feel like if you just make something worthy, the content will create itself. Like, the packaging will create itself. Like, you know, it'll make itself known. But I guess I always think about that. So anyways, right now I'm kind of thinking, but so my approach is like, I feel like I have to like tap into this, like going inwards and like just being as authentic and real as possible. And this is kind of why I'm recording this again. So yeah, I'm over here thinking like, how am I going to post this video? Where am I going to post this video? Am I going to post it like on Instagram or TikTok? And I was thinking like, oh, TikTok can do up to 10 minutes, or even thinking even longer. But it's like, bro, it doesn't even matter. Just record and post. I think I'm so focused on like right now I'm even thinking like, what's the title of the video? Like, I need something catchy. Like, bro, no, I don't. I don't need something catchy. I don't need something catchy. I'm so focused on how am I going to market? How am I going to sell this thing? It's like, I don't need something catchy. I just need to show up. Right? Maybe I'll have maybe I'll just like have a video title and I'll just literally call it like My Ramblings #1, or Rambling, or My Therapy Session, or something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like, yeah, it just has to be me. That's the most important part. I think that's the thing I keep forgetting about, is it has to be me. It has to be true to me. What would it look like if it was just made by me, if I didn't have to be perfect? If I didn't have to create something that's so marketable, because I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm influenced by other people, but that's their thing. I'm influenced by Doechii because I like how she taps into herself. Like, she's tapped so into herself that she is just her. Like when I watched that Tiny Desk video of her performing, I'm impressed by it, because it's so, like, I haven't heard that before. Like, her like you know, breathing and like doing all this stuff. I'm like, wow, like that was like really cool. That was really, really cool. Like, I felt like that was her. Like, that's her doing that. Like, it's like her thing, not my thing, you know? And I feel like I need to like break past these like barriers and the shame that comes up with being authentic. I keep feeling like if I'm being authentic, people are gonna hate me. And people are gonna see me and they're gonna hate me for who I am. And I get scared and anxious, and I'm even scared about doing that breathing thing that I just did, because I'm like, am I gonna get canceled for that? Like did I do something that's like, maybe that's like, there's like a deeper meaning behind it and I was being insensitive? But that wasn't my intention. See, these are the thoughts that go through my head. I get scared that if I just express myself, that I'm gonna say something or do something that's like not good. So I play it safe. I play it like, what would it be so everyone else could like this? But it's not about everyone liking it. It's about people connecting with me. You know, this goes beyond just music, beyond just art. This is about human connection and not giving people a shallow version of who I am, but giving people the real version of me. And there's something beautiful about that, like about making something that's authentically me, because it's like, it's not for everybody. Not everybody will agree with me. Not everybody will like this video. Not everybody will like, maybe no one's listening, but you know what? Like, the core is that it's me. And I keep thinking in my head, like, oh, I sound so selfish. But it's not about being selfish. It's about being authentic. It's about being real. Because when I'm able to open myself up and like just expose myself to, you know, to people, and like be this version of myself that's true, this true version of myself, my true self, then the connections I have become more authentic. You know, instead of giving a shallow version of who I think people want me to be, and having this like false version of myself, this like caricature version of myself that people can connect to, it's like, I think of like Jesus. I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm not comparing myself to Jesus. But I think of what Jesus says about how he came to like divide. He's like, I didn't come to bring like, I came with like a sword to divide and stuff. And I know some people look at that as like, oh bro, like, see, Jesus likes to fight. This is why gun rights are this shit and whatever. But that's not the way I interpret that verse or that section. I interpret it as he is so committed to his message, his strength, his love, like in other words, he's being his most authentic self, you know, that like it's gonna naturally divide people, because he's not being this like shallow version of himself. He's not being this like person that's like likable by everybody, and it's like, and it's not like he's trying to divide people. I think that's another thing that like I don't like to interpret that verse or that part as. It's not like it's intentional. I'm trying to divide people, because I don't want to divide people. Like, I love people. Like, people are cool. But it's like, when you take your stance and you stand with something and you show up as your authentic self, you naturally are going to resonate with some people and naturally not going to resonate with some people. When I'm this like floaty version of myself that's like neutral to everybody, like I want to be peaceful and I want to make sure everybody likes me. It's like it just makes it, I'm not standing for anything, you know. And it doesn't have to be, I'm not talking about like a political stance. I mean, it can be, but like, I'm not talking about like a political stance, you know. I'm talking about like more like just being me, like posting a video without like any preparation, without any alterations, just making it about capturing a moment. You know, for I had like a change of heart when it came to posting content, because remember I was saying about how like I noticed I was like trying to figure out what's the best content to make, but then I realized I want it to be me. But then I was like, you know, I want the music to just be the music. But then I was like, I don't know how to do that, and I was struggling with it. And so I started journaling about it, and it clicked with me. It like literally clicked. My voice. Clicked. It like clicked with me. I was like, I journal all the time, right? That's literally where Memo 71 came from. It was from journaling. I journal all the time, right? And every time I journal, I'm just documenting what happened that day, how I'm feeling, this, and this. But when I look back on it, I'm like, wow, you know, it tells a story. Like I'm not trying to tell a story, but it tells a story, because I've looked back at some of my previous journal entries, and I can see like this like evolution that I have for me. I'm not trying to force it. I'm not trying to share like and project it in a way that's like, oh, this is how it is. It's like, no, I'm just documenting it as is, and then it captures this moment in time. But by me living my life is telling the story. My music is telling the story. My content, my everything, it's telling the story of who I am in the specific moment. And so I changed my mindset towards content creation, towards not about making something perfect, not about making something that's like digestible or whatever. It's about documenting where I am right now in this moment, because all I have is this moment, right? I don't have yesterday. Yesterday's gone. The future isn't written yet, but I have this moment right now. So I can document what is happening right now. And I think that's a lot more interesting than trying to portray a front of like, oh, look at this beautiful piece of art I made, or this is, it's like, no, like, actually a lot of times I find it very nice to hear or see like the process of it being made. I like to hear people's inner voice. I like to hear people, like, I'm literally watching a Doechii video of her before she blew up, and it was just, she's doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. She's just, this is where I got inspiration. Like, she just is coming and just showing where she is in that moment. Like, hey, this is what I'm thinking today. This is what I'm doing today. Because that's authentic to her. That's the real version of her. That's her. It's not someone else. She doesn't have to fake it. Doesn't have to market it. This is just her. And by her tapping into that, I think that bleeds into everything else, into her artwork, into her music, into her style. Like, you know, like, it's her. And that's what I'm trying to tap into. That's what I think I am tapping into. You know, I'm in therapy, and I've been really trying to working towards that true self. Yeah, so I feel like the more I tap into that true self, the more I'll connect with people, to be quite honest. I'll make music that's actually meaningful, that is worthy, you know? Music that's worth listening to. Not just I'm making what I think people want to hear, but I'm making what I want to hear. I'm making the music that is the best that it can be. And all the imperfections, you know? I'm not a perfect being whatsoever. My music, a lot of times, is very rough. But sometimes I like it, you know, sounding rough and sounding not polished, because it's me. It's authentically me. Like, that's how I was feeling in that moment. It's like a documentation of me in this specific moment. Like, I'm feeling angry, so I want to make a song that sounds angry, and I'm going to make something that feels like how I'm feeling right now. You know, I want to document this moment. So I don't know. Yeah. Is it almost time to eat? It's like 5:30. I get to break my fast at 5:40. So just sitting here waiting to eat my hamburger. Okay, we got this. Patience, Joe, patience. But yeah, Feels good though. Feels good to just be, just exist. Not having to worry about what others are thinking, and just existing and documenting. Because documenting is a form of art. It's being real. It's just showing up. It's just showing up. Because that's what art is. I mean, art is showing our inner worlds, allowing people to connect to our inner worlds. I mean, there's been times where I listen to a song or I'll see a painting or something, and it'll hit me at a deep level. Like movies especially. I can't cry very easily, which I wish I could. I wish I could cry more easily. I feel like I'm very blocked, you know, but I'd like to cry more often. But yeah. Yeah, I feel like movies have that ability to make me cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tap into something deeper into me. They tap into, you know, this like place that I couldn't really ever like figure out how to describe it or explain in words. But you know a movie made me cry really a lot was The Substance. I did not expect to cry. I was drunk when I watched it though, but I don't know if that added or subtracted or whatever. But I watched it with my girlfriend, and oh man, I bawled my eyes out. I was so sad watching that movie in a good way. It was cathartic. Like it was this idea of, it was the ending. She like wanted so badly to feel seen, to feel appreciated, to feel worthy, that she literally took the substance to make herself look younger. Like it was like she created this image, this false version of herself. And then at the end, her true self comes out, and it became even uglier. She got like, it was like a monster. But like all she wanted was just to be seen and loved. And everyone was rejecting her and didn't want that end. I don't know, it hit me hard. This idea of putting up a front and wanting to feel seen and wanting to, like, I've put up a front so long in my life, this false version of myself, this false self. And then the true self is just this vulnerable part that just is craving this desire to feel worthy. But, you know, I put up this front of, this is what I want people to see, this is what I want. But the truth is, it's like I just want people to see me, and I'm scared. I'm scared if people saw the true me, they would hate me or they would not like me. But that's the funny part, is that's what that little voice says, that little small voice that tells you, or tells me that I'm not enough, I'm not good. You know? But I don't know, but the truth of it is that like by exposing yourself, or by allowing myself to be truly seen, it's a risk, but it's the way that you can have that more authentic connection with people. you know. And some people, they won't fuck with you. That's okay. I guess I get scared of people not messing with me. Yeah. I don't know, man. I want to cry. Is it time to break my fast yet? I don't know. I just feel like when I'm seen, I get hurt. And that's what I'm scared about, but I don't want to be scared. I don't want to live my life in fear. I want to live my life in love. And love comes from true connection. And I think the more I tap into that true love, I'm able to connect deeper with my relationships, my friends, my family, with my girlfriend, with my art. You know, I tell myself, I always have to try to find specific pillars I can hold on to that are truths when I find myself leaning into the false self. So for music, for example, the false self will tell me I need to be successful, I need to be famous, I need to have this much money, I need to win a Grammy, I need to be as famous as Billie Eilish, I need to, you know, do all this stuff. But that's all false self. That's using external validation, external things to fill an inner hurt, you know? And the truth of the matter is, I've come to the true thing that no one can take from me, it's not externalized, is I just love to write music. That's the true crux of it all. I love writing music. Like, I have this deep, I think of it as God-given, like, passion for music writing. Like, I love just to write music. I get so excited to sit and just compose and produce a beat or play guitar or write or even just have a rhythm or listen to people making music. And so my therapist, Damien, he says, like, I need to tap more into the real, true self. So I need to do everything in service of that. So instead of doing things in service to, you know, this false self of like, oh, what can I do to make myself more popular or make myself look more famous and stuff like that, it's like, no. The core of it is what, and I should always be in service to, I want to write the best music I can. I want to be in service towards the writing of the music. Because it doesn't matter if I have 100 million followers or 1 follower or no followers, it doesn't matter. Like, the writing of the music is where that's where my love is. All the other stuff is just a byproduct. If I got famous, if I got rich, if I got accolades or whatever, that's all a byproduct. It's not the goal. The goal is to continue writing music and make the best music I can. So I'm in service of that. That's why I found so much fulfillment in taking these film composing classes, because I'm going back to that. Like, I feel like a kid. I feel like a kid of like learning something new about music and the excitement I feel. You know, every time I go to class, I'm learning something new, and it's so exciting. I was taking my Harmony 2 class, and I was learning about the different ways I was learning about atonality, and I was learning about serialism, and how Schoenberg makes that matrix, and how he has no repeating notes. Like, bro, I just love like learning about like looking at music in different ways. Like, he looked at music in a different way, you know. Or I loved this idea of like Debussy, where he was coming from a place of like impressionism, or like music is kind of blended, and like, or like paintings were kind of like blended, and it's like it gives the impression of this is what's happening. And I like that he wrote music that was like that, like where it's like it didn't follow a very strict meter, where it's like it was technically all written down for a specific meter, but when it's like it feels like it's flowy, and it was him, it was authentically him. Or bitonality, I thought was really cool. Or my favorite, I love minimalism. I learned it about it as a kid, like when I was like 13, and I remember loving minimalism because it made me feel seen. Like I could do something simple yet powerful. Like I could just have this looping pattern, and I guess it felt like something I could do. Like I can make a small loop, and just make, instead of this huge ensemble of everything, it's like I could have a loop and then add another loop and another loop, and then it can make this beautiful music. Like I love that idea because it breaks it down to so simple. That's why I've been having so much fun and love for these classes. They've given me life again, these classes. I'm applying to this program. Deadline is April 1st. Today is February 18th, 2026. And it's this program where if I got in, that'd be cool. It's a 3-week program that is in Italy, like Siena or Vienna or something like that, in Italy. And you work with like teachers from like USC, people from School of Music of Berkeley, and like of course you're in Italy, so you're working with like Italian musicians, which I've heard from one of my like friends here in my classes who did the program. She was telling me that like they're very emotional and passionate about like their music. Well, not as technical as here in the West, but like they're very, or in America, but it's like over there it's very just like emotional, and I feel like that's like what I need. I need something more emotional. And I love, like, I feel like I have a calling towards Italy. I keep feeling this calling towards Italy. I specifically thought it was towards Rome, but Italy is nice, just Italy in general. So I'm gonna apply for it, and the program is this summer from May to June. And I have all these logistics things, like how am I gonna take time off of work? I'd have to take like a month off of work, and I'm like, I just started this new team, and I'd feel like an asshole, like, oh, I know I'm working, but can I take 4 weeks off of PTO? Or I keep thinking like, oh, I have to just quit my job, but I don't want to just quit my job because I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping people. That's what I do for my job. But I guess that's a logistics problem. Lead by love. My goal here is I'm just trying to create the best music I can, just in service towards the writing of the music. And this, I feel like, is in service towards that. It's in service of writing music that I'm passionate about, writing music that's interesting and exciting for me. I think doing something like that would be beautiful. And then this year I want to apply to the USC Film Scoring Master's Program. Inshallah, we'll see what happens there. I hope that, like, if I get into this program in Italy, it'll help with me get into the USC program. And I keep thinking, like, how am I going to pay for it? But again, that's a logistics problem. I'm open to God. God's timing is perfect. God is infinite in abundance, and God has always shown up for me. He has always, she, they, whatever you want to call God, has always shown up for me. No matter what, I've always got worried and anxious, like, how am I going to figure this out? And every single time, God has figured a way out. And it's a way that seems like, how did that happen? So I could sit here and be anxious and try to figure out every little detail, or I can just trust that as long as I lead by love, lead by doing what I can right now in this moment, that things will work out in the way that it's supposed to work out. And a lot of times better than what I thought they were going to do. Anyways, this video has gone a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. This was just a therapy session for me. But I'm going to eat my burger. Take care.